Okay. Now, before we officially start off, if you guys can hear me clearly, make sure you press press number 8 in the chat. Yeah, make sure if you can hear me clearly, press 8 in the chat. But for now, I'm gonna be welcoming who's here, who made it thus far to the stream. Firstly, we got a great greeting from Plus Blue EP, Owa Mochanos. Yes, Owa to you too. And Starfy, nice to see you. And MobyFan12, always nice to have you here. And Jai, and Ethan, and Albot3000. And yes, I am considering having you appear on my show in the future. Okay, so 888, everybody can hear me and see me clearly. And Zador, yes, you are the guy who requested Todd from Wayside from my Teltoon drawing stream. And let's see whether or not I'm gonna be doing your requests that you left earlier. And Albot is asking, basically, how about a Warbursters 100th anniversary request next Saturday? Oh yeah, like what Plus Blue is saying. Plus Blue is basically taking the words out of my mouth. Well, maybe not next Saturday, but I might do one either sometime in the summer or fall. Or, whichever date is comfortable with me. So yeah, so pretty much thank you for speaking on my behalf, Plus Blue. But yeah, a Warbursters themed drawn request stream is a good idea, but not one that is 100% guaranteed. But yes, welcome everybody to the third and final part to the Disney Channel / Toon Disney anniversary drawing stream. And yes, I'm doing the third part because, once again, there are so many great requests that I couldn't ignore. But even like with this third part, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing like 5, like how I did with the previous two parts. I might just go with 3 maximum for this edition if everybody is okay with that. But yes, let me know how everybody is doing. Let's see. MobyFan is mentioning about the good news that Greg Eagles is reprising his role as Grim in an upcoming episode of Jellystone. Yep, I heard and I'm definitely excited for it. At first, like a lot of people, I misinterpreted as something that is specifically related to the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, but in actuality, no, it's really just Grim making an appearance on Jellystone, which, it makes sense because Jellystone is created by C.H. Greenblatt, who worked on Billy and Mandy as the co-creator and voice of Fred Burger, and even Maxwell Adams worked on Jellystone as well, from what I heard on his Tumblr. And the thing is, the Instagram post that announced Greg Eagles' reprisal of Grim and Jellystone came out like a few weeks before, the hints that we got from Greg and Maxwell that they're working on some new Grim stuff. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so Plus Blue is doing good, and so is Starfy and Jai. Excellent. I feel like we could probably just cut straight to the chase and start up with our first requests. And before I set things up, get my reference photo. Oh, hey there, Rick. What's up? Yes. So as I set things up, again, a reference photo for the first request for this stream, I'm gonna be showing a quip, which is it might give you a hint on who I will be drawing.
On Disney Channel. Need help? I know your website says you can do anything, but you have to draw the line.
Quake in the Midwest. Your archfoe Dr. Draken has escaped from prison.
You brought that interstate police chase to a happy end.
Rolling blackouts all over Europe.
You saved our village from that avalanche.
In the dark, in the rain, in a landslide. Call Kim.
Everyone wants your help. Big.
Kim Possible. Only on Disney Channel.
So not the drama.
Okay, here she is, the one and only Kim Possible. I've seen we saw 2 requests for her, most notably Zador, who is in the chat with us right now. So yes, and yep, so I'm gonna be starting off with Kim. Just probably gonna be changing the color of my my pencil, for my sketch pencil. Probably have it be like the same red as it was before. And how about we have some music play in the background? Let's see. Some music going on here. Any more? Okay. Okay. Here. Oh, I see. Kristen Fraser is here. Welcome. Yep. Yep, I'm drawing good old Kim. I'll be honest, I've always been kind of a casual Kim Possible fan. I believe I mentioned this before, but it's one of those T-Channel cartoons in which, yes, it was definitely on during my childhood. I'll catch it occasionally, but at the end of the day, even though I would never say it was bad, for some reason I kind of find myself just as engaged with the games as I was with the show itself. I believe the most recent rewatching that I did of Kim Possible was like several months ago on Disney Plus. Just the first few episodes of season 1, and certainly a show that I ought to give more of a revisit to. And as you can see here, Kim, like all of the characters on the show, critically signed by Steven Silver, who you may also know is he's pretty much just as responsible for what can be defined as the Butch Hartman look, like just as much as Butch Hartman himself, since he was the one who helped finalize the look of the Fairy Odd Parents, and especially Danny Phantom as well. Like, Steven Silver is an excellent character designer and a mentor in character design. Even have his book, The Silver Way, which is definitely helpful in how to improve with character structure and making designs that stand out and have appeal to them. Let's see. Oh, let's see. We got somebody. We got another comment from MobyFan12 saying that this is going to be sucking, but Canadian voice actors Jennifer Weinstein, who voiced Janine in Jeremy Boing Boing and Chiku in Babar and the Adventures of Badu, and worked on Super Y, and recently she passed away of ovarian cancer. She was only 28. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear about that loss. And cancer is one of the worst killers. And it's always disappointing when you hear somebody pass away from it, especially like when they're definitely not deserving of it. But yeah, rest in peace to Samantha. Oh, welcome, Deidre. Yep, Buzz. Don't worry, you're not too late. Just starting off with the sketch of Kim Possible, so you haven't missed too much. And we'll see whether or not I choose to do your request of Bonkers. see if there's anything else. Moby fans ask, what are some of the worst local plaster jobs? Well, one that immediately comes to mind when I saw your question there is, okay, so I'm watching Sanford and Son, right? Actually, it's not just with Sanford and Son, but with several other classic sitcoms that Sony Pictures Television has the distribution rights to. Like, the Sony Pictures Television logo from 2002, like always plastering the older stuff, whether it be the Columbia Pictures Television logo, the TriStar Television logo, or the Columbia TriStar Television logo, and the Screen Gems, That's from Hell and all that. But yeah, so I'm watching shows like Sanford and Son and All in the Family, right? And at the logos that appear at the end in the newer prints are, of course, the infamous Sony Pictures TV logo from 2002. But the thing is, it appears twice in a row. Once it appears, first time it appears like high-pitched, and then the second time, like after like 1 second of black screen, it shows it at the regular pitch. I know, like, I mean, the logo itself is annoying with how it just plasters the older stuff, but to show it twice, it's just almost infuriating. Okay, so we have Kim's whips with well, I know a lot of people joke that the way Kim's whips are, like her upper whip looks like, it does look like she has lipstick on, and then the lower whip, it looks bare, making a lot of people realize that, it kind of looks like she has a mustache. And I've even seen the screenshot that, basically erases Kim's upper whip, therefore she has just this, her whip, that makes it look like she has a very, very tiny smile. Okay, in Moby fans' opinion, the worst logo plaster job is the Jeffersons. The Jeffersons, they have the NBC television logo. It fades out, but during the logo's appearance, it cuts straight to Sony Pictures television logo. Oh, let's see. Oh, what else is here? Oh yeah, Nicktoons logo is mentioned about the TAC logo getting cut off. Yes, I know, like to this day, the TAC Communications Company logo, it has yet to be rediscovered in its entirety. I know it was 5 years ago, on New Year's Day at that, when just 1 second of it was recovered, and the local community was so happy about it. But even though it wasn't much, at least it was something. We also got confirmation that, the TAP logo, it didn't appear in a blue background or have like this black border around the tapped logo itself. It took place in a black background and it had a golden star when zooming out. And of course, that still leaves it to the people in the local community to make their own hypothetical recreations of what the rest of the logo may look like. What else do we have here? Deidre has mentioned that she could draw Kim Possible in her style, inspired by the classic Warner Bros. Cartoons and Disney styles, coupled with colored whips, just like XJ9. Also, I believe I have definitely seen a bit of your artwork, Deidre, and you have good stuff going for it. They definitely have good stuff going on, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, you're welcome, Deidre. Yeah, I do like your art style. I have to absorb more of your art, for sure. Let's see. Okay, so Moby fans mentioned a really bad plaster, not Vogue related, is that the newer prints of older Reading Rainbow episodes plaster the original intro with the newer one. It's especially noticeable where the newer prints of older episodes, the intro slows down a little bit near the end to plaster the original intro and cut straight to the episode. Wow, I did not know that. And he continues saying, similarly, the end credits suffer as well. After the closing scene of an episode, you can briefly hear the original theme, but cut straight to the newer theme, plastering the old one. Wow, I did not know that Reading Rainbow was a victim of such really weird plastering choices. Interesting story there, Moby fan. I think by now I should have Kim's eyes like completed, so she looks like she has a soul. Let's see. Alright, yes, and Moe fans also saying that another show with a new intro plastering the older one is when Billy and Bandy, as a separate show, plastered the Grim and Evil intro, as always, where you hear a bit of it in the episode Grim and Love, Trust, and Love is Evil spelled backwards. Yeah, that's right. I did point that out in The Truth About Grim and Evil Chapter 3, and, you know, I mentioned it as one of the bits of evidence that, you know, those segments that you mentioned there, they were originally produced in the Grim and Evil production order, not for Billy and Bandy, like, by itself as a standalone show. I was thinking probably I could just flip the canvas so that it could be vertical, so I get more of Kim into the canvas. I don't know if I'm not necessarily. I don't think I'll necessarily sketch her like full body, but just get like more of her waist. Okay, so erase this. and now I have to rotate the reference photo like so. Let's see. Yep, that's right. It is Drew Mandy's opening line. Can you feel the love? Like when you hear a bit of the Grim and Evil intro of this and all. And you know something else? I remember, like, I don't know if it's in all of the prints. I don't know if it's in all the episodes of Billy and Mandy that have like its own like end credits theme, but you know, like with Billy and Mandy as a standalone show, you know, with its end credits theme, like, you know, like right after you hear Maxwell Adams's backwards message of no, this is the end of the show, you're watching the backwards, you know, like just as it cuts to the Cartoon Network Studios logo, I swear, I'm not hallucinating or acing. I swear, I heard like one or two single frames of the Grim and Evil end theme fizzing off. Yeah, I swear, like I heard like on my download of Billy and Mandy's own end credits theme, like right after Maxwell Adams' backwards message, you know, just as the song, the music's faded out, I could hear very closely, a very faint 2 frames of the Grim and Evil theme. I swear, I'm not making this up. And I also heard, apparently, there's an Easter egg with the Billy and Mandy Season 1 set that, if you play the episodes in French, the end credits, have the Grim and Evil theme play fully instead of Billy and Mandy's own end theme. I saw that, like, Easter egg, on YouTube, and it's even mentioned on the Billy and Mandy wiki. So that's really interesting. Oh yes, and with Cookie Jar Entertainment, that's another annoying logo that plasters like everything, from Deke to Sinar. Like, I mean, even with it being succeeded by Wild Brain, you know, not to jinx anything, but you know, to be honest, the Cookie Jar logo itself is fine, but you know, just I don't really want it to like be plastered by the Wild Brain logo, like a plaster over a plaster, and you know, if you like get my drift of what I'm saying here, but yeah, the Cookie Jar Entertainment logo always kind of got on my nerves there, with how just plasters like better logos. Okay, now I'm trying Kim's big belt here, which is not very tight fitting. It's a very large belt here that doesn't like fit the size of her waist. And of course we can't forget the pocket here. And just make it a little bigger. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit the like button on the stream. And if you are a newcomer, please make sure you subscribe for more streams like this. Almost done with sketching Kim here. As always, I'll be focusing on just sketching the characters while I'm live. And then when I have the time, I'll finish them off, like cleaning them up and adding the color to them and then posting them like all together. So yeah, I'm almost done with Kim. I hope you're liking the sketch so far, Zador. Okay, just fix the extra details on her glove here. Okay, looking closely here. Yep, the characters have 5 fingers. The thing with me, when it comes to like drawing in my own style, while also like including some elements from the original source material, like even my default art style, I like to draw my characters with 4 fingers. Like if I'm doing fan art of a character from a style that has like 5 fingers, I still make sure that I add the 5 fingers. So yeah, just double checking with the Kim Possible style here, and yep, Kim has 5 fingers. So just gonna get some in, just like so. Let's get almost done with Kim. Just see if there are any like essential details to her that I might be missing out. But before I move on, and yeah, forgot to add more details to her belt. So one more thing about Kim Possible I want to talk about before I move on to the next request is I've always been a fan of Rufus. Rufus was always my favorite character. The cute, funny little sidekick. And a naked mole rat at that. You rarely see naked mole rats represented in animation. Like, there's only 3 examples I can immediately think of off the top of my head with naked mole rat representation in animation. For one, of course, there's Rufus, but also there's the As Told by Ginger episode, Family Therapy, which the subplot is about Carl, basically trying to get over his fear of naked mole rats after he gets the chance to like hold one, I think during a field trip, and he gets all squeamish and he drops the naked mole rat and it scurries away. It's been a little while since I've seen that episode. In general, I should do As Told by Ginger rewatch, but yeah. And of course, naked mole rats are pretty ugly creatures in real life. But even in like Klosky Chupol's weird-looking, sort of ugly like art style, like the naked mole rat as presented on Ginger, it could have been worse. And its design, I'm sure the naked mole rat would look the same if they were to appear on the Wild Strawberries. Assuming that show never had a naked mole rats in it. I don't know. But yeah, and the third example that comes to my mind is Mo Willems. He did a series of books about the naked mole rat, and it was adapted to a TV special that aired on HBO Max, I believe. And yeah, and it's nice to know that Mo Willems was able to get an animated production be done, and with within the Warner family in particular, all those years, Sleep in the Big City was cancelled. Let's see. Yes, Puss, Boo, and Deidre are saying that usually they draw their characters with 4 fingers. Nice. Yeah, it's just a pretty cartoon standard of why a lot of characters have 4 fingers. Like, whether or not like the overall style is like highly exaggerated or not. Like I was mentioning with Klasky and Chupo with their art style, like as the Rains, they are like with their big heads and their disproportionate facial features, like they still have the real life aspect that a lot of humans have, which is five fingers on the hand. But so yeah, so with some styles, it doesn't matter like how cartoony it is, or even how like sort of realistic it looks. Like it just varies, like whether they prefer to have the characters with 4 fingers or 5 fingers. Part of why 4-finger characters exist in the first place is basically mostly for convenience. I hear that's pretty much why Mickey Mouse in particular has 4 fingers. And also, I know he was given his gloves because, you know, Mickey is mostly black colored, so with his bare hands, you know, if you were to have them placed on his stomach, you know, his hands would pretty much disappear. Yeah, especially inconvenient during the original black and white shorts. So yeah, after his first couple of shorts, Mickey was redesigned with his iconic white gloves. Okay, I think I've idled with him enough for now. Once again, I'm gonna be queuing her up along with your requests afterwards, but I hope you like what I did so far in Sidor. And there's also a user named Michael who requested for Kim too. So yeah, to both of you, I hope you like what I did so far. And now I'm just going to add her into a group. And I'm going to be saving the changes. There we go. Okay, so going to be catching some more comments. Let's see what we have here. Oh yeah, I don't know if I already read your comment about the... Oh yeah, I did mention about the cookie jar Airtail logo having this tendency to plaster everything. And yeah, with the worst case like being on an international airing of Sonic Underground, where despite the Deke logo being plastered, like you can still hear the audio flow of that logo. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I believe I have heard of that plaster before. Okay, see if there's anything that I missed here. Okay, so question here from Nicktoons logo. What's the worst case of seasonal rot? Mine is Simpsons, mainly because Wesa. Well, for me, I don't know, guess one that immediately comes off the top of my head is the Fairy Odd Parents, just for how, of course I did mind Poof, and I did mind Foop, but then with Sparky I'm like, okay, I'll need to, do we really need like a dog who already has pretty much the same level of stupidity as Cosmo? And then we have Chloe, and then we're like, yeah, I'm glad that the Fairy Odd Parents like pretty much ended from there, because there's no way that it could get any worse. But then it got like a live-action animated hybrid thing that was recently purged off Paramount Plus because it was that little received. But here they're going to be doing a fully anime revival of the Fairy Out Pair soon with a new god kid for Cosmo Wanda to look after. I don't know, I say leave the original series alone, but I'm mildly optimistic about it. Let's see. See if there's anything else that I missed here. Okay, we have single official channels saying that mention about the earblocker logo with its jump scare. Yes, I know. It's annoying because, you know, all of this rapidly flashing lights, which I'm sure would not sit well for people who may be prone to seizures and weird out just screaming at the top of its lungs. Like, apparently it's a sample from one of his songs called Bite Me, I believe, which is heard at the end of one of his albums, like, just in case you forget to turn off the CD once the final song is done. So we have that song just blaring from your boombox. So yeah, Earblocker Productions, I kinda hate that logo. Let's see. Okay, so movie fans asked if I can mute the music. Okay, let me know if that sounds better. If you're able to hear me clearly still. And Outlaw 3000 is mentioned about the Kim Possible 2019 movie. Yeah, and I don't know if I've seen it fully aside from like reviews of it, and I don't know, I'm like very neutral about the idea of a Kim Possible live action movie. I don't know, I'm pretty casual with the series overall, so like that live action movie, like, it existed, and I sometimes forget it exists, but that's the most I can say about it. Although I do like how the original voice of Kim Possible, what's her name, Christy Carlson Romano, she did make a cameo, which is pretty common with these reboots and revivals of these older properties. Like, it's a similar thing like with the Mulan live action remake. We have the original voice of Mulan, what's her name, Ming-Na Wen. She made a cameo as a different character, and in the Ghostbusters 2016 reboot that a lot of people hate, Bill Murray made a cameo. But of course, he was not like one of the Ghostbusters. I think he was just either himself or played a different character, but it was a cameo either way. Oh, Wook is here. Who's my favorite classic Hanna-Barbera animal character? I have to go with Yogi Bear. And speaking of classic animal characters, I never mentioned this. I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but what do we have here? So yeah, I got this at the store, and Kellogg's is having a classic promotion going on. We have Frosted Flakes as it appeared in good old days. I say probably around, this is, it mentions some fun facts too about how 1952 Frosted Flakes was first tested in my home country of Canada before it went to the United States. So yeah, this is this cereal is over 70 years old, and this is that's pretty much how it looked back then. I don't remember exactly when he was introduced, Tony the Tiger, but if this is definitely like from many decades ago, like from the 60s at least. And if Dr. Jazzman 1 was here, you know, he loves retro nostalgic stuff. I'm sure he would get a kick out of this. Yes, they're great. Although this may be a Mandela effect thing, but I could have swore there might be a time where Tony said his slogan as their tiger rate. You know, as a pun on tiger and great. I don't know. It might be a Mandela effect saying, but I could have swore there was a case where he's like their tiger rate. Okay. Alright, I think it's about time we move on to the next request. And let me see here. I'll probably like move Kim aside. And once again, I'm gonna be showing a clip that will give you a hint of who I will be drawing next.
Premiering Friday, January 21st at 8/7 Central. Jake Long's a kid just like you.
So much for good first impressions.
Stop! Get out of the way, that's dead! I don't believe it.
Well, Jake's got one big secret that's no joke. Okay, sometimes it is. Get fired up for American Dragon Jake Long. Premiering Friday, January 21st at 8/7 Central on Disney Channel. Premiering Friday, January 21st at 8/7 Central. Jake Long's a kid just like you.
So much for good first impressions.
Stop! Get out of the way, that's dead! I don't believe it.
Alright. Right. Okay. So, yes, this one's for you, Alba 3000. I believe you were the first to request Jake Wong. From American Dragon, Jake Wong, that is. And yeah, with his, of course I'm going with his Season 1 design. Hang on. Get up here. Yep. And let's see. Wait, did I move this? No, I didn't. Yep. There we go. Yeah. So yes, I'm drawing Jake Wong. Another show that I watched pre-Castaway, but I did enjoy what I saw of it. Mainly with the first season. I watched some season 1 episodes of it about a year ago on Disney Plus. Pretty good, and in case we forget that, hey, Jake Wong, he's just Zuko from Avatar. Same voice actor Dante Bosco, voicing him simultaneously while playing Zuko over at Nick. Yes, I'm going with season 1 Jake. Just like with the replacements, even though I barely care about this show anyway, I still think that, you know, it looked much better in season 1 than with the season 2 redesign. Especially with Jake himself, both in his human form and in his dragon form. And I forgot who was it who did the redesigns for like the second season of Jake Wong. I may be wrong, but judging by what I read on the game FAQs forum, I think it was Steve Water who redesigned the characters. And if you don't know who he is, like he actually worked on the show I just drew, Kim Possible, as a director. And nowadays he's still at Disney TVA working on Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, which I have not seen an episode of yet, but I hear great things about it. Oh, so Alba 3000 actually thinks that the season 2 design is the best. Oh, I'll admit, I can't apologize for seeing that wait, but if you still don't mind me drawing him in a season 1 design, then let me know, and I'll be cool with it. Oh, okay, so Moby fans saying that Steve Walter is actually working on Molly McGee, not Moon Girl. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I could swore I thought I saw him. Yeah, I thought I could swore I saw him like mentioning Moon Girl like on his Twitter. I don't know, maybe I might have been confusing for someone else. I might double check on that. So, alright. Oh, let's see. Starface say that American Dragon Jake Wong should have a reboot on Disney Plus someday. Maybe. Again, like with me, I honestly could care less if it gets a reboot or not, since I've always been, again, very casual at best with the show. But if Disney feels, or if maybe AMD original creative team thinks that there's still some stories to tell with these characters, then okay, go for it. And speaking of Disney Plus, might as well bring up a hot topic regarding them, which is they're gonna be pretty much doing the same thing that Warner Bros. Is doing like on HBO Max. Oh, I'm sorry, it's called Max now. Well, it's gonna be officially Max in a few days, but yeah, Disney Plus is gonna be taking off some of their original programming. But fortunately, it's not too many that are really talked about anyway. You know, like how HBO Max they removed Beloved Classics. Well, not really a classic, but still beloved, so nonetheless. You know, stuff like Infinity Train and Close Enough. Disney Plus is removing stuff like, I don't know, The World According to Jeff Goldblum. But I haven't seen that. And there's apparently a show with Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy and Poodle, called It's a Dog's Wife. And, I mean, of the two that I heard are gonna be removed, I'm like, oh really? Well, one is Earth to Ned, which is a co-production with the Jim Henson Company, which is, I don't know, basically, it's kind of like Space Goes Coast to Coast, in which it's a talk show parody set in space, although, from my memories, it's not as surreal, nowhere near as surreal, and also, the celebrities actually get to be on the set, not just speaking through a monitor. But the one that I'm surprised Disney even considered to remove is Howard, which you may know is the documentary about the late great Howard Ashman, who you know is half responsible alongside Alan Menken for the great songs in The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. It's basically a sequel of sorts to Awaken Sleeping Beauty. It's the same director, Don Hahn, who also was involved heavily with the Disney Renaissance. So obviously he was really close with Howard. So yeah, I thought like the idea of them considering to remove Howard from Disney Plus felt a little disrespectful, or sweet, considering the legacy that Howard Ashman left behind. But fortunately, I heard that they're going to reverse their decision to remove it. So Howard is here to stay, which is a good thing. Let's see. What Simpsons composer do I prefer? Richard Gibbs Alf Clausen or Breathin' Fingers music. And also, which Family Guy composer I prefer, Ron Jones or Walter Murphy. For Simpsons, easily Alf Clausen, basically because, you know, he's the longest running composer and, you know, he's involved with like the absolute best seasons of the series. His scores for show are very iconic. Richard Gibbs, from what I remember of his, what do I do remember of the sound of his season 1 compositions, it's fine. I'll admit, it was a little hard for me to believe that Alf Clausen wasn't on The Simpsons at the very beginning. He only came on in season 2. So I might have thought that the differences between Richard's and Alf's compositions were subtle, like subtle differences. But yeah, Alf's my favorite, and my thoughts on Breathin' Fingers music. I wonder if they're related to Breathing Gums Murphy, but no, in general, I barely watched The Simpsons. I rarely kept up with them since 2015 or so, so I hardly can describe what their compositions sound like, really. And as for Family Guy, easily Walter Murphy. But he's pretty much to Steph MacFarlane what Danny Elfman is to Tim Burton. Like, he's pretty much always involved with his productions. Well, for the jazzy score that Walter gives to Steph's productions. And Steph, you may know, is a huge fan of Frank Sinatra and the other members of the Rat Pack, so there's that sound to it that you can definitely hear in the Family Guy score. And Ron Jones has a slightly distinctive sound to his orchestrations, which are great too. But overall, I like Walter the best. And yes, Alba Free Phelps, I did hear that both Family Guy and American Dad are currently cancelled, or at the very least, maybe not cancelled, like probably like put on hold. That might be a better way to describe it, because of the writer's strike that's happening. Steph MacFarlane has walked away from both shows. As someone who was involved with the writer's strike that happened like over 15 years ago, like it's pretty much not much of a surprise, but hopefully things will be resolved and that those two shows won't be permanently canceled just yet, nor would Steph MacFarlane be completely absent from those shows. I know in general he isn't as involved with his cartoons as he is with his live-action sci-fi show The Orville, and Family Guy even made a joke about that, with Peter speaking in a different voice that the Orville keeps me from the Orville takes away all my time from working on Family Guy. It just says that in a completely different voice. But I can't really imagine like anybody taking over the voice of Steph's characters. Like, to be honest, I don't know. It might be a similar case as with Justin Roiland, in which when it comes to Steph's current involvement with his cartoons, it's mainly with the voice work. I know he hasn't written anything in many years, and he still has credit as like executive producer. But I don't know for sure. I don't know, it's basically just my assumption. But yeah, easily the voice work of Steph is among the best things about his cartoons. Like, the delivery of those various voices that he provides just makes the joke that may not be all that funny by itself. It just ends up making it somehow like funnier. And yes, the Deep Trouble music video to The Simpsons. Yep, I saw that one. It is, and it's pretty good, like really good actually. I don't know. I like one animated shot with Bart like in the electric chair, and it's definitely something worthy of pausing and observing it frame by frame by all those derails in betweens as Bart is being like shocked. Yeah, that's the work of David Silverman for you. I believe it's one of the earliest things that Rough Draft Studios was involved with. At least Greg Vansel, the co-founder of Rough Draft, he played a heavy part in that music video. Just got Jake here, yeah, and then I'm gonna his left hand, like so, his left arm I should say. Let's see. If I watched the crossover episode with Weeble Stitch and Jake Wog, yeah, I believe I did, but it's not that memorable compared to the crossovers with Kim Possible and the Proud Family, and also with Recess, which is probably pretty much odd because, you know, of course Recess was still a popular show and still is pretty popular, but the thing is, it was kind of cancelled at that time. Like the other three cartoons that we will just crossover with, they were at the very least airing their final or so episodes. But Recess was cancelled back in 2001, like back when One Saturday Morning was still a thing, before it was rebranded to ABC Kids. And also, Recess is not a Disney Channel original exactly. It was made first and foremost for One Saturday Morning, and then like was syndicated on Disney Channel sometime after. And to be honest, I believe I've said this to myself before, but you know what's a Disney cartoon we won't just should have made a crossover with? Void in Space. Basically because the show's already all about aliens, but then again, you know, it's a different time period. Like Void in Space is like very, very, very far into the future, whereas We Won't Stitch is sort of like in the present time, I assume. But then again, who says that Void and his friends can't like probably go to the past, or if We Won't Stitch or like any of our characters on that show were able to like go to the future. Let's see. Starfy has asked if I ever watched the Phineas and Ferb movie. I'll admit the question is slightly vague, in which you're not referring to a specific Phineas and Ferb movie, but I have seen the two main ones for sure. Across the Second Dimension, I saw it on TV a few times. I thought it was good. One of the most memorable things about it is, of course, like Dr. Doofenshmirtz' future self being more evil than the regular Doofenshmirtz, and also Phineas, when he learns about Perry the Platypus' secret identity as Agent P, he was kind of uncharacteristically angry at Perry. He's like, you've been secret agent this whole time? What? Are me? Is my family and I just a cover up for you? Yeah, Phineas was pretty pissed off at the platypus there. And yeah, and I also saw the one that was on Disney Plus. I think it's called Candace Against the Universe. It's less memorable, but still decent. Here we go now. Let's see if there's anything else that I missed. Okay, actually it's mentioned, what's some episodes of, banned episodes of cartoons? Okay, so I remember Moby Fan asking this question, but I kind of blanked out with provided an answer. But then I'm like, holy crap, how can I forget about this? One episode that's banned that I love is Man's Best Friend from the Ren and Stimpy show. Well, of course it did air on TV as part of Ren and Stimpy Adult Party cartoon, but, you know, it's still originally an episode of the original Ren and Stimpy. And yeah, absolutely I love that one. Just for how it is George Whitaker at his best. He pretty much has this exaggerated desire to show Ren and Stimpy discipline. As if he's a rough and tough father figure, even though like he's really just taking care of Ren and Stimpy as his pets. And of course, the highlight of the scene of the whole episode is, of course, the scene that is only partially the cause of John K. and Spumco as a whole being fired from the show, which is, of course, Ren, you know, just fighting George Whitaker with the oar. Especially that one slow-mo shot that I believe Kelly Armstrong animated, which is really slow. It has the oar like hit George in the face, and wow, just the amount of fluidity in that how can I put it? That manual slow-mo animation. And yeah, I say manual because I don't know if they like animated at a regular frame rate and then just slowed it down in post-production. They might have animated by hand and timed it naturally, like to give the illusion that it is an epic slow-mo shot. Well, yeah, overall, Man's Best Friend is one of my favorite examples of banned cartoon episodes. Okay, Albert 3000 is thanking me for the request. Yes, you're absolutely welcome for me finally drawing Jake for you. Once again, I'm pretty much done with sketching him. Before I move on to like the last request for the night, I'm going to be catching up with more comments. But yes, once again, I'm glad you appreciate the sketch of Jake, Albot 3000. So I'm just going to have him in his group. Oh, just added 2 G's to his name. And we're going to save. Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, cool. Let's see. Marcel is saying, fun fact, the Weewo's Recess Crossover was actually aired on Toon Disney as part of Weewo's Woko Wuhao, a 5-hour Weewo's Stitch Marathon from January 16th, 2006. That's cool. And let's see. Wook is saying, if I know about the Will Sub Horrors anime series, it falls under the category of cartoons that I have little familiarity with, but I've at least watched Mr. Enter's review of it, like many years ago when I was like really a fan of his. And I mean, the animation is slightly choppy, like almost like Hammerman levels of choppy, but the art style isn't too bad. Like, I don't know, it almost looks like a Novana cartoon, but I don't think they have any involvement with it. Nicktoons is mentioned. The only character on Simpsons to never speak is the blue-haired girl with green glasses. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. She's in Bart's class. She has very bright blue hair and these pointy green glasses, and I don't think she even she doesn't even have a name. Like some of the other very minor students in Bart's class who are even less important than Richard and Willis or Wendell. Like even they have names. So I think the one red-headed boy in the blue shirt, I think he has a name. I don't remember what it is exactly. But yeah, but blue-haired, green glasses girl, like, no, I don't think she's gonna have a spotlight episode anytime soon. Albert 3000 mentioned that, did you know that it is Asian American and Pacific Islanders Month? Oh yeah, I do. So it is a good thing that I made sure to draw Jake to serve as a subtle celebration of that occasion. Happy Asian American Pacific Islander Month to all of my Asian American and Pacific Islander viewers and subscribers. Let's see. And Moby Fan has another fun fact. The reason why ABC Kids aired Recess during the first year of 2002-2003 was because the show was meant to return for another season due to its popularity, but due to Disney's strict 69 episode rule, the show was cancelled. It was demoted to reruns. So the only cartoon made especially for ABC Kids is Fillmore. Oh yeah, I know that infamous 65 episode rule. Like, good to know that Phineas and Ferb was one of the few to break that rule. And yes, Starface pointed out that Billy and Mandy's 20th anniversary will be next month. Yes, and to be more precise, it's 20th anniversary as a standalone show because it has. Oh yeah, I thought I did say 65. I might have said I probably enunciated it at 69 by mistake. Okay, sorry, Moby. But yes, Starfy, I do agree that that Billy and Mandy is gonna be 20 years old next month. And it's actually its third 20th anniversary because remember there was the pilot episode that aired in 2000. It celebrated its 20th anniversary in 2020, and then 2021 was the more official 20th anniversary for Billy and Mandy as part of Grim and Evil. And now we have its anniversary as a standalone show. Definitely gonna see what I have to cook up to celebrate. Oh yeah, and Evil Concarne too. That'll be in July for its anniversary as a standalone show. Okay, so speaking of Evil Concarne, okay, so before I move on to the next request, I actually have some things here that might be of interest for you. Okay, so yeah, let's see if you guys can get a good close-up of him. Yep, it's General Scar. It's a koi figure that I made of him that I sculpted and painted all by myself several years ago. And, of course, there's no way that I could do Evil Concarne's koi figures without doing my waifu over here, Major Dr. Gasly. So yeah, I'm just bringing up my koi figures I made years ago, probably to spark interest in, if you guys are interested in me probably doing a video, doing a tutorial on how to make koi figures like these. And I have some Sesame Street ones too. We got Elmo here, and we got Telly, and of course we got my two favorites, Ernie and Bert. Okay, make sure they're facing camera. Yep. There we got good old Grover, and we have Swimey, the worm, and This one I think this one I made like before I made those other guys. Yes, one fine day with a wolf and a purr, a baby was born and a cosmo stir. Yep, it's Cat Dog. And I also made ones. I also made ones for the As Told by Ginger main trio too. But those have been long deteriorated from a long time ago. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in me showing you how to make clay figures like these, or maybe even give me suggestions for characters, cartoon characters or other Muppets that I can make out of these clay figures. Yeah, the Cat Dog one I'm especially proud of. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Moby fans point out that it looks more like a Fearless Reader than Scar to me. Yeah, I'll bet. Of course, I know Fearless Reader is inspiration for Scar's design, but I absolutely had no thought of him when I was born with Scar. Like, I was pretty much looking at Scar's like older design, like from the first season, season of Grim Evil, where he had his like more oval-shaped head and 4 buttons on his coat instead of like 2 buttons and a shorter, rounder head with bigger ears. But yeah, that's a good observation. Clay figure of Mabel Pines, that's cool. That's a cool suggestion there. And Moby Fan is also asking, what are my favorite Sesame Street segments? And Between the Lions, okay, yeah, I agree. I pretty much have to agree with you that Cliffhanger is the most memorable of Between the Lions, especially that song and Cliffhanger himself saying, "Can't hold on much longer." And as for Sesame Street, yeah, I know there's too many to list, but I think just name one specific type of favorite segment. It's basically, you know, okay, just a couple, like, basically any segment with Ernie and Bert interacting, you know, showing that Jim Henson and Frank Oz are a brilliant comedy duo, and also the ones where Kermit is doing his lectures or just mind his own business, doing something constructive or relaxing, but then Grover or Cookie Monster or some other Muppet tries to like intervene, tries to help, but just makes things worse, but it makes things funnier for the audience. Okay, guys, I'm gonna see I could go for 8:30 the latest with this. So I'm gonna be bringing up the final request for the night, and also pretty much the final request for this entire like theme of drawing requests. Okay, so I'll just bring up the reference photo for the character I'm gonna be drawing. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, so I'm gonna be silencing Jake for a while, and then I'm going to bring in. Yep, it's Donald Duck. You know, from the 2013 Mickey Mouse cartoons, because, you know, I drew Mickey himself in that style, and I drew Goofy the last time, so it makes sense that we come full circle with the main iconic trio with this angry fowl over here. So yep, I'm gonna be drawing Donald. He's a request from Starway. Not Starfeet, but Starway with an L. So I'm just gonna move Jake out of the way, and so I can prepare Donald. And move the square up. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I believe I have, but Donald, of the main 3 Disney guys, Mickey, Goofy, and Donald, like, you know, this duck here is my favorite of the three because he has most personality, and it's not necessarily as one note as you may think. You know, like we know Donald best for being so temperamental, and there are cases where his temper is being challenged. You know, he's being taught like not to be so temperamental. Like one example of Donald's anger being deconstructed is in Legend of the Three Caballeros, underrated show. Which if you have Disney Plus, definitely check it out. Yeah, one of the main plot points with that series is, you know, Donald's anger is a little bit too much. So as the series goes on, you know, he finds how to make peace with himself and with other people, without having to rage so much. Not going into too many details, but maybe it's a good thing I think anyway, because like I watched the show since I finished my initial viewing of season 1 back like 3 years ago. Wow, I can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, and of course the Donald is he has more than just anger with him. He can be kind, he can be loving to his friends and his nephews. But at the end of the day, like, we just love him most for being the frustrated fowl. Not to be confused with the DVD about a certain other cartoon duck, Daffy. Oh, Starway, I noticed you came just in time. Yes, yes, you are. I believe, like I mentioned, you are the one who requested for this version of Donald, just to come full circle since I already drew Mickey and Goofy in the style. Oh, I noticed Jason is here too. Oh, it's okay. It's okay if you miss. It's okay if you're late. If you don't mind, yeah, I could do a brief recap of what I drew. Yeah, you can tell by the reference photos that I already drew Kim Possible and Jake Wong, so now I'm doing a 2013 version of Donald. Okay, so move the reference photo a bit. Okay, yes. Jason said that he prefers Donald. He loves Donald, but he prefers Daffy when it comes to the iconic cartoon ducks, simply because he had more of an edge when it came to his antagonism with his more popular companion. Yep, I am definitely more of a Daffy stan than a Donald stan myself. As for which version of Daffy, either Jerk Daffy or Cuckoo Bananas Daffy that Bob Clampett is most famous for portraying. It just depends on the short, but considering how my favorite short from Looney Tunes of all time is Duck a Buck, I'll probably just go with Jerk Daffy. Like, the arrogant version of Daffy that Chuck Jones is often blamed for creating, even though Daffy's already shown signs of that characterization as early as You Ought to Be in Pictures, which was directed by Fritz Frierweg, and it was the subplot of that, or at least like part of the main plot of it is Daffy the main plot of it is Daffy talking Porky out of getting out his Warner Bros. Contract so that Daffy could be the main star of the cartoons. Definitely something he would try to do with Bugs. And notice how Fritz Frierweg is the one who likes to portray Daffy's jealousy when it comes to like show business in particular. With Showbiz Bugs and A Star is Bored. Both about Bugs and Daffy being rivals in entertainment. Bugs pretty much seems to feel as if it were a friendly rivalry at best, but Daffy, of course, he generally wants all of the attention to himself. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything else I'm missing here. Let's see. Okay, Moby Fan saying that his favorite Ernie Burst segment is the one where Ernie keeps sponsoring Bert because he's thirsty. Yes, I remember that one. Boy, am I thirsty. Am I thirsty? Am I thirsty? He does that like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the entire segment. And then ends with him, was I thirsty? Oh, was I thirsty? And, I have to question why Ernie couldn't just get up and get a glass of water himself. Or why didn't he have, like, more than one bottle of water by his night table or something. But, oh well. And yes, Jason's point out that when it comes to Donald's antagonism towards Mickey, the closest we've ever reached is to Daffy levels of jealousy is in House of Mouse. Yes, I do remember that. And I guess you could also say with Mickey Mouse Works too, when it comes to the intro, Mickey Mouse Works' couch gag is with Donald trying to, like, try to overshadow Mickey's name in it and shoehorn himself into the titles, reminding people that to create the illusion that he's the real star of the show. Okay, so while we're on the topic of the 2013 Mickey Mouse cartoons, I do want to talk about something interesting that involves one of the crew members of the show, which happens to be Dave Watson, who you may also know as the creator of Time Squad, and also played a role in working on some Disney shows like The Buzz on Maggie and Star vs. the Force of Evil. But yeah, so it was on Instagram just yesterday, and of course, as some of you may know, that Clone High is going to be having its new season on Max. In just a few days, it's going to premiere. And Dave Watson was talking about how he pretty much double confirmed about what you were telling me like the other time, Moby Fan, about how he actually contributed to Clone High. And he went into detail saying that it was around 1998 or 1999 when he met up with Phil Ward and Chris Miller, and Dave got to do some character designs for this concept about these historically inaccurate depictions of historical figures. This was back when they were pitching the show. I believe they were pitching it to Disney, but they rejected it. before like it went to MTV. And yeah, and I was happy to hear like that double confirmation on the fact that yeah, this guy who's known for his cartoon about his historical inaccuracy, he was involved with another one. And yeah, and so I asked him if his brief time working on Clone High played any part in the development of Time Squad, and he answered me saying basically no, because Cartoon Network had already bought the concept for Time Squad, like they already agreed with it before Dave met Phil Ward and Chris Miller. Well, but that was still awesome to hear that response from him, and overall it's always nice to hear bits of trivia from these animation veterans, especially like when you ask them personally. Let's see if there's anything. Oh yes, and going back to Sesame Street here, Jason saying that his personal favorite sketch is the one where Kermit and the little girl named Joey, they're saying the alphabet, but Joey keeps interrupted with mentioning Cookie Monster. And I remember, yes, that's definitely a cute iconic segment, and I remember some time ago I listened to the audiobook of Jim Henson, the biography, which is a really good biography on Jim, and it pretty much began with a detailed look into that particular segment. And yeah, it's definitely one of the quintessential examples of those improvised Muppet and Kid moments. And it's mostly unscripted. It's just the kid talking with these puppets as if they were real life friends. Okay, so also to keep with the theme of my previous drawings on Mickey and Goofy, I'm gonna make sure I draw Donald full body, so I'm gonna get another reference photo here that shows Donald's full body. I think this one's good. Okay, just hang on. There we go. And I'm going to paste it here. There we go. Yeah, maybe I might straighten his bow tie too. Okay guys, so I know you guys are offering some really interested comments. I might catch up with them after I finish sketch Donald, because it's soon going to be 8:30, and that's pretty much the way that I want to finish this stream by. So if you don't mind, I'm just gonna be focusing on finishing the sketch of Donald, and then I'm gonna go back to speaking with you guys. So in the meantime, I'm gonna turn up the music. So pretty much done with Donald for now. So hope you love this sketch story. Let me catch up with some comments here. Let me see if there's anything I'm missing here. Okay, so Jason saying actually because Clone High was originally pitched to ABC and partially developed during Dave Watson's time at Disney Television Animation, Clone High has the Touchstone television logo in the closing credits. Oh yeah, that's true. Let's see. And puppet fun fact, from 1997 to 2018, Matt Vogel was the understudy for Big Bird in case Carol Spade wasn't available sometimes. After Carol retired then died, Vogel took over permanently. Yep, definitely aware of that fact. See if there's anything else. And yep. Yeah, and because of all these people who are involved with Clone High's production, there's Nelvana, which is Course Entertainment, and there's MTV, which is Viacom, or now Paramount, and there's also Disney, like through Touchstone. Like, some people thought it would be hard to revive it, but nope, but they were able to find a way. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, Moby fans bringing up the teaser for Futurama. Yeah, I definitely saw it on Instagram, and I'm mildly hyped up for it. I love how it basically looks the same as it did like when it was canceled like 10 years ago. Canceled for a second time, but now it's back for a third time. Or back for a second time, but still this isn't like its third wife. There's the Fox wife, there's a Comedy Central wife, and now we have the Hulu wife. Yes, no more Gandhi. Say what? But at least we have Gandhi in the teaser poster that was posted on social media recently by Tara Billinger. She designed it, and I'm happy that Gandhi is there. But even though I know he's not gonna be like a main character in it. Let's see. Another understudy fact. Let's see. It also happened for Between the Lions during the third and fourth seasons, where Tim Wagasi, who played Artie Smarty Pants on that show, was the understudy for Theo whenever Peter Wentz isn't available. Sometimes. However, Wentz continued the role from season 5 onward, and Wentz took over as Ernie after Steve Whitmire left Sesame Street. Oh yeah, Peter Wentz's Ernie sounds really good, honestly. Arguably as good as Steve Whitmire's. It sounds as close to Jim Henson's without feeling a bit awkward compared to like John Tarta, the guy who played Ernie in like the second season of Play With Me Sesame, if anybody remembers that show. Okay, so Starfleet's saying that they want a bonus request. I don't know. I was basically like I said, I want to focus on just free requests for this final part. Free for part free. So yeah, like I mentioned, I'm it's gonna be ended off with Donald. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be like taking any like bonus requests. As for whenever the next drama quest stream is, who knows? I don't know. There might be a chance sometime in the future that I may go back to one of the requests that are centered around this theme for like sometime in the future. Not promising anything, of course, but yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this trio of sketches for this final Disney Channel celebration. So yes, to recap, we have Donald here, and we have Jake Wong, and last but certainly not least, we start things off with Kim Possible. And once again, all of these sketches are gonna be cleaned up and colored whenever I can, and they will be posted all together. So let me know which of the three is your favorite. I have a feeling that Donald might be the winner. And just in case you haven't, make sure to those who are just tuning in to subscribe, and also to leave a big like on the stream. It really helps out. Oh yes, Jason recognizes the Weekenders in the background. Yep, I'm playing disc 2 of my volume 1 set of the Weekenders, since in part 1 I played the first disc in the background, and now it just makes sense to close things off with playing the second disc in the background this time. Okay, so I'm gonna catch up with a few more a few more comments. Okay, so Deidre saying that her favorite is Kim Possible. Nice. Because she will draw her soon too. Well, cool. Like to see your fan art. Let's see. See if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Let's see. Okay, so Nicktoons is mentioned about Zoo Mates, which is the short form oh yeah cartoons that Step McFarlane and Butch Hartman worked on. It was fine, but Zoo Pals, that's what I remember just as much. I don't remember if I actually had Zoo Pal myself, but for sure I remember the commercials that would air on Saturday mornings. I dare anybody in the chat to pretty much sing the entirety of the Zoo Pals theme song while we still have a little bit of time to burn. Okay, so Starfy saying that his favorite is Donald, nice, and Nicktoons is saying that Jake Wong is his favorite. Okay, so we got a favorite for each of the 3 doodles. Okay, Jason, you take care of yourself. Oh yes, thanks for reminding me, Moby fan, that with the Futuron revival, it's gonna be the last time that Coolio voiced Quantabot due to his passing last year. Yeah, and I'm seeing myself for forgetting to mention Coolio like in my New Year's Day stream when I was remembering some of the noble people who passed away in 2022. Man, how could I forget Coolio? He did Gangster's Paradise and the Keen and Kel theme song. Those were absolute bangers. That's love Coolio's work. Rest in peace to him. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, so Moby fans asking which overseas studio has low quality animation? Super Mario Bros. Super Show has a Cy Young, a budget animation studio, which explains the animation errors in that show. Also, Simp is infamous for the animation for the Powerpuff Girls reboot, but the other shows have better animation. Yeah, like Steven Universe and The Owl House, I believe they worked on both of those. But one that comes to mind is Phil Cartoons, which is a Filipino studio well, I remember them best for their work on Hanna-Barbera cartoons, particularly like the What Cartoon Show and Dexter's Laboratory, specifically the first half of season 1 of that show. But their worst work, from what I read, is with the little that they done on the Ren and Stimpy show during season 1. Even the episodes that, even though like Carbuncle Cartoons is the main studio behind like classics like Stimpy's Invention, like Phil Cartoons was still like involved, and they kind of did a bit of a shoddy job, from what I read, like doing things that they weren't even told to do, like with the animation and the coloring. And oh yeah, yes, Sip worked on Amphibia as well. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, guys. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Just wait for this to load. Are we good? Okay. Oh. Okay, so it's SMIP. SIP. Okay, so it's not really an acronym, it's an abbreviation. Okay. I don't know on my end. If you guys could still like see me and hear me, like just yes, and yes, so final part of Disney Channel / Toon Disney anniversary drawing stream. Happy 40th anniversary to those channels, respectively. Even though, of course, the anniversary already went last. So, but unfortunately, it is the last for the. But maybe I might respond to different that you have in a future. I'm also facing it, but you guys avoid us. Yeah, I know. And a bit. Guys can still like hear. Yes. Thank you guys for your confidence and doodling before, but yes, it's Victoria Day in my neck of woods in Canada, so it's a long weekend. So to any of my Canadian viewers who are watching this, happy long weekend. And Memorial Day is gonna be like next long weekend. Excuse me, next long weekend for you guys. So. Yes, who knows what the next stream will be. Yes, you have a good weekend, and have a good night, Deidre. And yeah, I will check out your fan art on Twitter. So yes, and send in wealth from the Bronx. I love my wife 0007. Yes, thank you. I'm doing fine, but I'm gonna be ending things off now. So you take care of yourselves, and everybody else, take care and stay tuned for the finished drawings and with whatever other content that